So the Scav case in Escape from Tarkov is another one of those highly debated topics in the game that nobody can ever seem to agree on. Some people will tell you that it's totally worth investing in, and others will tell you it's a complete waste of money. Oftentimes I'll see people talking about how they pulled insane loot out of the Scav case, such as colored keycards, LEDXs, and high value keys, but how realistic is it to be getting items like that? So today I'll be running the 15k Scav case 10 times so you guys don't have to. All right, so before we get into the runs and break down all of the numbers and show you guys the spreadsheet, I want to explain the Scav case very quickly to anyone who might be a new player. So the Scav case is a hideout component where Scavs will bring you loot as long as you pay the fee. And to build the Scav case, you must have Intel Center level 2 and all of the required items, which are the following: 1 golden rooster, a Scav junk box, 3 bottles of moonshine, 4 roller watches, 8 gold chains, 6 gold skull rings, and 3 bronze lions. At the time of this recording, constructing the Scav case will cost you roughly 3.1 million rubles. So the question is the Scav case worth building? And if you do build it, which runs should you be doing? This will be a multi-part series where I do 10 runs on each option of the Scav case to show you guys which one might be the best for you. So let's jump straight into it. Did you guys know that 98% of you that watch my videos are not subscribed? That's insane. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you might as well turn on notifications while you're at it. Just make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. That's all I'm asking. All right, so before we get into the numbers in this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to all you guys that have been watching and subscribing to the channel. As a way for me to kind of say thank you, we're going to be doing a highlighted comment at the end of every video. So all you have to do is leave a comment, whether it's funny, Tarkov related, or just anything really, and I'll pick one comment to be featured at the end of the next video that I upload. Again, thank you guys for all the support, and let's get into these 15k cases. All right, so jumping straight into this, we're on the home stretch. This is the second to last video in this series. All we have left after this is going to be the intel. Again, if you guys haven't watched any of the other videos, we're going to be going through each of these one by one. I'll have up on the screen each one. That way you guys can see the stuff that I got, and we'll go through the numbers and show you guys the profit loss as usual. And I know it feels like I keep saying this every video, but guys, keep in mind, these are not meant to be a super in-depth running the numbers, showing like an insane profit loss, you know, super calculation, math, science crap. This is mainly just for fun and kind of a way to showcase each case for new players and just give them an idea of what they can expect from each one. So to all you guys saying you should be doing 50 to 100 to 250 runs, I get it. I get where you're coming from. I'm sure there's people on YouTube that are doing that, and you can go find them and watch their videos. I just do not have the time to do that, working a full-time job. I play the game for fun and I make videos for fun. I'm not going to do 100 runs on each one. It would take an insane amount of time, and I do other things than play Tarkov. So just putting that out there, all of you saying that you want 50 to 200 runs or something like that, it's just not physically possible for me at the moment. So anyways, with all that out of the way, let's get into this. So as you guys can see here, run number 1, we sold everything for 48,000 rubles, had a flea market fee of 3,000 and a profit of 30,102 rubles. Now, I will say the 15k kind of surprised me. It was definitely on par with the 2.5k, and the only difference between the 15 and the 2.5, other than the price, is going to be the time that it takes to do these runs. So I think the 2.5 was about 34 minutes, and this 15k, if I remember correctly, is somewhere between an hour to an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer. So what I noticed is that the profit was around the same as the 2.5k case, and it takes 2 or 3 times the amount of time to run this. So just keep that in mind as we're going through this. But anyways, we're gonna move on to run number 2. We sold everything for around 42,000 rubles, had a flea market fee of 2,700, and we profited 24,867 rubles. Moving on to run number 3, things kind of dipped down a little bit. We sold everything for around 27,000, had a flea market fee of around 2,500, and a small profit of 9,236 rubles. Run number 4, we're still going down, sold everything for 17,990 rubles, had a flea market fee of 1,300, and a profit of just a very small 1,600 780 rubles. But hey, money is money and profit is profit. Moving down to run number 5, things started to go up a bit. I believe this was my highest run. I can't remember. We'll get to that here in a second, but we sold everything for just about 52,000 rubles. Had a flea market fee of 4,000 and we sold everything for 32,980 rubles. So that is going to be our highest profit so far. But moving on to run number 6, sold everything for 24k, flea market fee of 700, and we profited 8,546 rubles. Moving on to run number 7, I think I lied earlier. I believe this was the highest run that we had, and this one kind of surprised me a little bit. I was not expecting to see this helmet in here. The 2002 is actually a pretty decent helmet. I believe it's class 4, 30 hit points. I run it all the time. I don't ever buy it. I just use it if like I pull one off of a player, but I think we all know in Escape from Tarkov that helmets really do not matter, because it just seems like no matter what, you're gonna get one tapped head eyes whether you're wearing a helmet or not. So I was kind of surprised to see it in there. It was a nice little drop, but we sold everything for 79.5, had a flea market fee of 44.66, and we had a total profit of 60,000 rubles, which is not bad. Moving on to run number 8, we sold everything for about 40k, had a flea market fee of 3,000 with a total profit of just under 23,000 rubles. Moving on to run number 9, we sold everything for about 24,000 rubles, no flea market fee on this one, and we had a total profit of 8,900 rubles. And last but not least, we have run number 10. This one also kind of surprised me. If you guys didn't know, the 300 Blackout CBJ is a new round for the MCX, and I've actually used it quite a bit, and it's a really good round. I believe it's like the second best. Stats are just below the AP rounds, and it's actually a really good round, but I sold those on the flea market for, I want to say, around 1,600 a round, and then the flechettes, for whatever reason, were selling for like 2,700 a round. I know flechette's really good, but it seems kind of ridiculous that they're selling for that much. But anyways, we sold everything for just over 77k, had a flea market fee of 7,700 with a total profit of 54,770. So looking at our profit and loss, you can see that for the most part we were hovering around 20 to 30k. We had a few low ones, but that's no big deal. But one thing you will notice is that we profited on every single run. So kind of like the 2.5k case, it's pretty hard to lose money on these ones that are really low like that. So that's kind of why I like the 15k and the 2.5. I know what you guys are waiting on. You're waiting on the total numbers, so let's drop it down and see what that is. So in total, we sold everything for 433,547 rubles. We spent 29,651 on flea market fees, and that brings us to a grand total profit of 253,896 rubles. Now I know what you're thinking, that's a pretty good profit just for running this case. Kind of doing it in the background, it's super easy. You just get your stuff, sell it, start it again. But what I will say, as I mentioned earlier, the 15k case does take about an hour to an hour and a half. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but if you want my personal opinion, I still think if you're looking to just make money, you should be doing the 2.5k case. Those runs are really short, and a lot of them we were getting about 30,000 rubles worth of profit, and it's just a whole lot faster than this 15k case. So if you haven't watched the 2.5 video, go check it out. I'll throw it up on the screen right now for you guys to go see. And if you haven't seen any of the other videos going through this whole series, I've done everything but Intel so far. So if you're interested in any of those, go check them out. The moonshine one kind of surprised me, but not really at the same time. So all in all, the 15k wasn't bad. We did nothing but make money, so I can't really complain there, although it was pretty low when you consider the amount of time that it took to run all of these. It was pretty cool to see how this one compared to all the other ones. So if you want my opinion, the 15k is good, but I would just run the 2500 instead. But that's just me personally. Overall, we didn't really get anything crazy in this. I think the best stuff we got was the class 4 helmet and the 300 Blackout CBJ. I believe we got a couple of keys, nothing too crazy, but overall, I don't think you're going to be pulling any wild stuff out of this. I don't think you're going to be pulling colored key cards, LEDXs, stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. This one is going to be for those people who just want to make a little bit of money. With that being said, if you guys have been running the 15k case, let me know the best thing that you've got gotten out of it, drop a comment down below. I kind of want to see if anybody's pulled anything crazy out of this, because obviously I didn't. If you gotten anything super expensive, super cool, super rare, let me know. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little bit from it. And as I said before, these are not meant to be taken super serious. They're not meant to be, you know, super math, science, all that stuff behind it. These are just for fun and mainly just for new players. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.